Welcome back to This Is UVic with Marissa. Today we're going to be looking at what to bring to your residence dorm room, as well as some things that I wish that I had brought in the beginning that made my life a lot easier later on. Alright, so the first thing you want to do when you're looking to buy things for your residence dorm room is you can go to the moving in page at UVic. It looks like this. And you want to go to what to bring to your dormitory room or cluster. Personally, I've only lived in dormitory rooms, so I'm not 100% sure what other things it might be useful for cluster rooms, but for dorm rooms I can definitely let you know. Alright, so on the page here it's going to tell you to bring linens and pillowcases to fit your extra long twin bed. So not just a regular twin bed, but an extra long one. Keep that in mind when buying sheets. You also want to bring towels and a face cloth. Next you want to bring clothes, shoes, and jackets for Vancouver Island weather. As I'm recording this, it went from really windy and raining to now there's sun poking through. So if that just gives you a general idea about how our weather is. You want to bring hangers as well. They come with about 5 hangers that are metal that you can't take out, but you will underestimate how many hangers you need. My mom continuously brings me more hangers as the more clothes I buy because I have them at home and I don't want to buy them. Don't forget you also have to bring toothbrush and toothpaste and all of your personal items for the bathrooms. Next you want to make sure you have a robe and shower shoes. Shower shoes are very important. You always have to wear shoes in the shower. UVic's page also recommends to bring earplugs, which would be very helpful if you're trying to study or you're trying to do any work-related business on a Friday or Saturday night in residence. And you can't forget your laundry basket, your detergent, and your dryer sheets. I forgot dryer sheets and I continuously had static clothes for the longest time before I gave in and realized I had to buy some dryer sheets. The page also recommends you bring an iron if you enjoy ironing your clothes. I personally don't feel the need to, but if you do, remember to bring that. You also want to bring your phone, your laptop, your charging cables. Power bars are also really good. You might also want to bring any gaming systems you have at home. I personally have a projector hooked up to a Wii U, and we also play Wii Sports here and Mario Kart all the time. My friends also have Switches so they can play Super Smash Bros on the weekend as well. UVic also recommends having an emergency kit on hand in case of any emergencies that might happen here. You also might want some more things to decorate your room. I personally enjoy having like a rug here or a side table or like picture frames and nice stuff up here. I've got a lot of art on the wall as well. Just a lot of things to make your room seem kind of homey. What you're not allowed to bring is you're not allowed to bring candles or incense. That one was a hard one for me. I worked at Bath & Body Works for a couple of years and I have so many candles at home that I was not allowed to bring. You just can't really burn anything, but what you can use air fresheners or little plug-in Febreze things. I personally enjoy the ones from Bath & Body Works, where it's gonna represent. You can't bring any aquariums, for sure. So no aquariums, no pets as well. Halogen lamps or illegal drugs. Any sort of weapon or replica, so no BB guns or paintball guns, important. No combustibles. And the only small appliances you're allowed to have are a kettle, which I highly recommend. I make a lot of tea all the time, and a 3 cubic feet maximum refrigerator. My mini fridge has a little bit of a freezer on the top, so I can keep like a couple frozen dinners in there in case I'm studying late and I would like roast chicken at 1 in the morning as a break from studying. You can do that. Yeah, so all this information can be found on the UVic residence page right here. I'll show you again, and we'll have it linked below so you can get that. Now, some things I found really helpful but that weren't quite on the list is a printer. I'm in social sciences, so I print a lot of papers. And personally having a printer with a USB connection, not just an internet cable, because that will not quite work with the internet we have here, was a lifesaver. I'm personally a huge fan of the calendars at the bookstore. They have a 1-month side and a 4-month side. I keep it on the 4-month side and I can just keep track of every single project I have due this entire term. One thing that I did not know coming in is that if you want to make food in your room, you have a microwave in the common room, and that's it. So I didn't have any bowls or plates or cups. I think I had like a mug for making tea. You want more than that, trust me. You don't want to do dishes. Also know that you want to bring your own dish towels, sponges, and dish soap because they're not always provided. I personally think that you should have 1 plate, 1 bowl, and then like 3 cups and or mugs. One thing also not quite necessary, but depending on how you like your clothes dried, this might be the first time you're having to think about that. A small drying rack for some clothes that can't be put in the dryer. If you don't feel like buying a drying rack, totally okay. What I used to do is I would have a hanger and I would hang my leggings over it and then hang them over the heater. And that seemed to work fine. One of the nice things about moving into residence is that you're getting to design a room basically all for yourself. Depending on if you're living in a single or double room, of course, bear in mind. For a single room for myself personally, I really enjoyed it because I got to make it completely my own. I have fairy lights in here that make the room glow perfectly with the lights off. I have bookcases with countless books that I love to read. I've got art supplies on the counter. I've got postcards from places I've been traveling, and I've got art done by my friends. Victoria's also really good for having bulk buying, which is where I buy most of my snacks. You can buy them in jars or bags that you can bring with you so you don't have to use any waste, and I have a great selection of snacks, candies, and all good things that you know you want to eat instead of healthy food. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Marissa, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.